We begin from Adamawa State, where a man had confessed to selling 6 of his neighbor's children under the guise of enrolling them in a missionary school in the state. Upon his arrest, Yohannes Seidolo confessed to have sold off the children to Madam Lydia, but failed to disclose the agreed price. Seidolo said he deceived and took away his neighbor's children in Como village in Jada local government area, claiming that he had secured admission for them to study at a missionary school in Yola, the state's capital. He reportedly delivered the children to one Madam Lydia of Rumde Baru neighborhood at the Jambutu satellite town in Yola, the state's capital. One of the parents, Marcus Anthony, said Saidolo took their children, 6 of them in number, promising to enroll them in a missionary school in Yola, but since then they could not set eyes on any of them. Suspecting foul play, Anthony and 5 other parents reported the matter to the police, according to police prosecutor Ibrahim Aliyu. Saidolo was this Wednesday charged to a chief magistrate court in connection with a crime which is contrary to sections 257 and 259 of the state's Penal Code Law 2018. The judge, Alheri Ishaku, ordered his remand at a correctional center facility after he pleaded guilty to the crime. He accordingly granted the prosecutor's application for transmitting the case file to the Department of Public Prosecution for further advice. As of now, the whereabouts of the children remain unknown as the police continue with investigation. The case was adjourned to March 25, 2022. Today is Ash Wednesday, where Orthodox Christians all over the world converge every year to receive Ash, which marks the beginning of Lent, which focuses on the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. In this report, Clearview TV's Gloria Atta reminds us of the relevance of the season in the Christian faith.
Orthodox faithful in Nigeria have joined their counterparts around the world to mark Ash Wednesday, which is the beginning of Lent, a season characterized by prayer, fasting, and penance. To commemorate the day, parishioners attended Mass at various locations with the sign of the cross marked on their forehead with ash. In many congregations, the ashes are prepared by burning palm branches used during the previous Palm Sunday. On Palm Sunday of every year, churches bless and hand out palm branches to the faithful, a reference to the Gospel's accounts of Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem when onlookers lay palm branches on his path. But how significant is Ash Wednesday and the observance of Lent to Christians all over the world? Reverend Father Peter Atesewe is the parish priest of the Assumption Catholic Church in Asokoro, Abuja.
It's a day that begins the Lenten period for us Catholics. And this period is a period of about 40 days that prepares us towards the celebration of Easter, which is the highest feast and celebration for us, which is about our salvation. But today is Ash Wednesday and is a day of fasting and abstinence.
He added that during the Lenten season, 3 cardinal pillars, which are prayers, fasting, and almsgiving, are emphasized to renew the believer spiritually.
So by fasting, you are supposed to pray more. You're taking something more and have your spiritual renewal and more link with God, and also to tame you from your bodily desires. That is the aim. So that it's not just a fast, there must be an aim to fasting, which is to put you in check. And if you can stay away from food willingly, then it means that you should be able to stay away from things that have no any serious impact in your life. And then by prayer is our link with God, because this prayer is how we relate with God. And if we do that more often, we are going to be better spiritually for our internal renewal. And then that fasting, like I said, which keeps us in check, is also our own relationship with ourselves, how it puts us in check to be spiritually stronger. And then the almsgiving is our own relationship with others, so that as we are doing this, we don't do that in solitary form, but we better the life of others.
Some Catholic faithful also gave Clearview Television an insight on what the season means to them.
It's a season where there's so much grace around. When you say grace, for us Catholics, there's sanctifying grace, and there are grace in different levels. this particular time is a time set aside by Catholics to actually reflect where are we coming from. We are actually made from dust, right? And to dust we are also going to return.
For me as a Catholic, Lenten season periods actually signifies a period of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving.
It's a time of sober reflection. The time of you being sober, reflecting on your sin and trying to reconcile with God, with your Creator. Do you understand? So as long as you're fasting, you make up your time, you give alms.
The Lent is a 40-day season which ultimately ends with celebrations on Good Friday, Palm Sunday, and Easter Monday. Gloria Atta reporting for Clearview Television.
A Lagos High Court sitting at Tafawa Balewa Square will on May 6 deliver judgment on the case against a Danish man, Peter Nielsen, accused of killing his Nigerian wife and daughter. Justice Bolanle Okikiolu Iyele fixed the date after lawyers in the matter adopted their final written addresses. The state had arraigned the defendants before the court on a 2-count charge of murder, contrary to Section 223 of the Criminal Laws of Lagos 2015. The state submitted that the defendant, aged 53, allegedly killed his Nigerian musician wife, Zainab, also known as Lasisi, and his daughter on April 5, 2018 at about 3:45 a.m. at their Banana Island residence in the Ikoyi area of Lagos State. The foreigner, however, pleaded not guilty to the charge. At the resumed hearing on Tuesday, the defendant or defense counsel, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Olasupo Shashore, while moving the final written submission, asked the court to acquit and discharge his client. Shashore raised 2 issues for the determination of the court, which he says relates to the defendant's rights to a fair hearing. He submitted that since the exhibit was missing, substantial justice would not be done to the defendants in the absence of the exhibit. Justice Okikiolu Ikile had ruled that the submission, though brilliant, was premature. In his response, Adebayo Harun, the Lagos State Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, said, "We have replied to all the issues raised by the defense, including the 2 points raised by the learned senior counsel, the eyewitness PW6, and the circumstantial evidence played before your lordship." The court subsequently adjourned to May 6. The National Convention of the All Progressives Congress APC fixed for March 26, 2022 will go ahead as planned. This is the position of APC state governors at a meeting they held in Abuja on Tuesday after conferring with President Muhammadu Buhari on the matter. Briefing newsmen after emerging from the meeting held at the presidential villa, the chairman of the Progressives Governors Forum and the governor of Kebbi State, Atiku Bagudu, said there is no plan to shift the convention date as being speculated in some quarters. He said the governors were at the villa to commend President Buhari for signing the 2022 Electoral Act Amendment Bill.
APC governors, and this question came up, and we clearly said we came to discuss the National Convention, which is slated for March 26, and are working hard to ensure that on March 26 we have our convention and elect our national officers, and that remains the case. Legislation everywhere in the world is based on continuous improvement. Constitutions that are 200 years old are subject to reviews sometimes, and those reviews are not it's not cut and dry. Even people who truly believe in the need for a legislation may have worry about the implications of it. Governors were never, like I said, were never against the principle of amending laws. They are never against the National Assembly.
And on the entertainment scene, we now join Gloria Atta for the latest updates.
Welcome to our entertainment segment where we get to bring you juicy stories from the entertainment industry. I am Gloria Atta. Enjoy this ride with me. The 15th edition of Nigeria's biggest music awards, the Headies, will be holding in the United States of America. The announcement was made on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. According to the organizers of the award, this year's edition will hold in Atlanta on Saturday, July 2nd, 2022. This year's edition of the award will see the introduction of a new category for music executives. It also will have a conference and music festival. I cannot wait. Rapper Eva Alodia has said she battled depression for a long time, and that was part of the reason she gave up her dream of becoming the greatest female rapper in Africa. The rapper, who was making waves last decade, took to her social media page to share a lengthy post where she revealed that she was suffering from a deep, dark depression, which she eventually overcame. She also revealed that she now owns a tech startup, has a new life, and recording again. Actress Sade Akin-Taylor, popularly known as Oluweri Magbo Ojo, is dead. Though the cause of her death is still unclear, it was however gathered that she died at the age of 59 in the United Kingdom. May her soul rest in peace. And also Nigerian comedian and skit maker Nosa Afolabi, popularly known as Lasisi Elenu, has lost his mother. The popular skit maker announced the sad passing away of his mother, Madam Grace Osaibe Afolabi, via his Instagram page on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. May her soul rest in peace. Alright guys, that will be all for now. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gloria Atta.